Hey guys, welcome back to TBS Skylabs. We're continuing our video series on how to do the expected algorithms inside of the IGCSE. Now, as with previous videos, I'm starting with an array of accounts of different values. Just imagine these are bank accounts. And what we want to do is we want to say the average value inside of these. Now, hopefully you're all familiar with the basic math, and that is to total these together and then divide by the number of items. So in this case, it's going to add these together and divide by 5. Yeah, it's going to divide by 5. And let's try that first. So this is going to be very similar to our previous two algorithms. In fact, it's going to be a kind of a combination of both. So we're going to start by totaling the array. And again, just like you did before, we're going to use using a count controlled loop. Now, some people are asking why do we need to use a for loop and not say a precondition or a postcondition like a while loop or a do until or a repeat until, sorry, for pseudocode? And the answer is usually if you know the number of times you're going to repeat, if you know the number of times you're going to count going into the loop, then you should use a for loop. If you don't, for example, if you're validating something from a user, then you would not. But that's okay. Anyway, give it a try. So we've said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to go from 0 to 5. And remember, the last number is not counted on here. I need to make a little variable called total equals total. What am I doing? Total equals 0. Sorry, being stupid. And I'm going to say total equals total plus the name of my array. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made in the last video. And which item, for goodness sake, am I going to add? So this is going to take each account one by one and add it to the total. And then we will need to work out the average. So the average is going to be the total divided by the number of items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like you do in math. And again, comments. Calculate the average. And then I want to so I keep hitting the wrong key here. Output the result. Basically, we have different keyboards in school, and we have different keyboards at home, and neither the twain shall meet. So let's output the average here. Now, again, we might want to put some nice text in here to make it clear. The average is, and we'll do it a different way this time. We'll put in a comma just so you can see the different ways of doing it. Okay, so this is our simple thing of how to work out the average. Now, if I run it, the average is 411.2. I think that's probably right. Let's just check and see. So I've got my little calculator here. So 900 plus 100 plus 50 plus 1000 plus 6 equals, and we divide by 5, boom, 411.2. Yay, big success. So that's great, but we maybe need to then move on from there a little bit. Let me take a screenshot of that because I'm then going to just give all this code to my kids directly as well. There we go. So we maybe want to build on that, and what we maybe want to do is think about, well, this number, we already know it's 5. We know this is 5, but what if we didn't know that number? We'd have to count stuff as well. Now, as we've seen in the count video, we could start with a count 0. We know how many numbers there are, but maybe we don't know how many numbers there are above a certain amount. So in this case, we want to check for numbers, let's say above 100. Above 100. Now again, it's exactly the same as last time. So if my accounts X is greater than 100, then what do we want to do? Then we want to add to the total. But not just that. This time we also want to add to the count, because we're keeping track of how many accounts are above 100. So we've got the total of accounts above 100. How many accounts above 100? And then we've, oh, sorry, no, sorry, not how many. That's the next line down. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong place. So how many accounts above 100 and the total of the values of accounts above 100. Okay, so then I need to remember to change my average because I don't want to divide by 5, because in this case there are only 2 accounts that are greater than 100. Now I could put 2 in there because I've manually counted it, but I've also automatically counted up here, so I can just say total divided by count. Let's run it. 9.50, that sounds right. Does it? Let's hope so. Okay, so let's double check that. So we've got 1,000 plus 900, sorry, do it properly. 1,000 plus 900, oh my god, I'm really messing this up, stupid calculator. 1,000 plus 900 equals, divided by 2 equals 950. And I'm pretty sure that's what we got over here. Yay! However, let's say we changed it to above, let's say above 49. Okay. Ooh, 51.5. It's not too bad, but it's getting a little messy. So there's 2 additional things we could maybe think of adding in here. And this is, if you're struggling with all this, don't worry about it. This is maybe just an extra bit. So we could round up the numbers. Oh, sorry, not round up, round the numbers. And that would be average equals round, brackets, average, oh my goodness, average, comma, and how many decimal places you want. So if I wanted 0 decimal places, then I could do it that way. And you'll see that it rounds this 5, it rounds it down. Now Python uses a weird thing called bankers rounding, which is it rounds up and down on certain numbers, so it's going to be different from how you normally round in math, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So what if I wanted to, now the other option is to use int, and int will cut off what is on the end there. So we can change it into an integer, and that will ignore whatever is here and just put it onto here. Sorry guys, I think this is going to confuse a lot of people, the whole idea of bankers rounding, but it's going to be something that you should probably look into to understand why your programs are doing different things in different ways. So that's maybe an extra assignment. I don't want to go into it in detail because I don't want to confuse people. Our main focus is our algorithms here. Okay, yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit and hasn't confused you too much. See you next time.